you have a situation like you have now, where people aren't even bidding on this timber, and you have projections out into the future, I assume, parcels you're gonna have logged, what do you do with these? Do you just move them ahead? If nobody bids?
Yeah, typically we try to re-offer, and I guess my first preface to the answer to the question is this is the worst situation that we've ever experienced in terms of the market downfall in at least the 36 years that I can recall, and the 35 years that Al can recall. What we normally do is a hard one to answer, but what we have been doing with these sales, with this market going down, we've re-offered sales at a new price, and then they typically have sold. The only ones that we haven't been able to put back on the market and sell are some commercial thinnings that we had on the west side, and some of those would have been in Jefferson County, although it would have been all common school construction. Those sales, the values have dropped so much that you can't appraise them for a positive income on a commercial thinning in the west side of the peninsula. So those are in a drawer to perhaps be re-offered in the future.
So if this economy stays as it is for a few years, we could just have a bunch of bids piled up, or non-bids.
Potentially, that could be the case.
Too much for selling cheap. Well, it'll be more later.
I should be investing in timber right now.
Well,
thank you.
Just curious, with the reduction in stumpage and this economic climate, so is that significantly affecting the schools funds then? Or?
The answer would be yes for common school construction. The value, the amount of monies they're receiving is down.
Mm-hmm. Hospitals, libraries.
Yeah, anybody that receives any money from timber, obviously it's another part of the economy that's biting them as well.
Does this affect any of your proposed land transfers that we have in the works in Jefferson County or proposed?
Well, one of the things that's happening, of course, right now is we're going through a transition in the department, as you're well aware of, with a new commissioner. And I think Commissioner Goldmark has not particularly had a chance to really review our asset management strategy yet. And as we speak this morning, I know that they have on their agenda to discuss the East Jefferson land exchange. They were meeting from 9 to 10 this morning, so I had talked to them. Commissioner Austin had talked with them last Friday, and so they're reviewing the input that Commissioner Austin had given on that particular land exchange. My message back to my bosses was I'm going to need some direction from Commissioner Goldmark as to where we're going with asset management, because this one happens to be the highest priority, the one that's closest to actually coming to an agreement. So that means we're kind of leading with our chin out here off the peninsula as to what the direction is going to be from our new commissioner. So that's more of an effect. I don't know that that's so much part of the market issues as it is just changing commissioners and having Commissioner have opportunity to look at the asset management strategy and see what tweaks, if any, that he might want to put on that, and how his vision is for the future.
Yeah, I was thinking it might even be a budget issue of whether you'd be putting things like that farther back. Or... Yeah,
I think to some degree there's a potential, because as we talked about, the department on state lands management runs on timber dollars that come in as well. So we are obviously in a budget crisis, actually, with our incoming funds. So potentially one of the things that you could not do for the next few years is not spend any money with staff processing things like land exchanges. Now, whether that's a conclusion we're going to come to yet or not, I can't tell you. I can tell you that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll be spending in Olympia with a team of managers to look at how are we going to deal with our budget shortfalls and what steps do we have to take, because we are indeed short of money to operate between now and June, and going into the next biennium, we're going to be operating on a lower budget. So we'll be looking at all of those things, and transaction is certainly, if you stop selling timber completely, then your income stops completely. So that's probably not the first place where you try to save money. However, we've not reached a point where we've been where the prices are this low before, so that could be a different. It's something that the Board of National Resources will have to wrestle with at some point if it keeps going down, down, down.
Al, you have things to add?
Amen.
He's got it, okay, all right. You know if you're both had a presentation or not?
John, Al, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for coming today.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.